as they say. The live chat. Johnny be good. Steve's here. Eric's here. Paul's here. Look at this. Whoop whoop. Merry, happy Christmas and holidays. To everyone. And whatnots. Oh. A joyous and happiest of days. Hanging out on the internet. Ignoring your family. I watched football today. I haven't watched like a live broadcast of a football game for a number of years because we dropped TV like, I don't even know, 2018 or something. And I saw that that Netflix had a football game, so I was like, sure. I watched football. It was awesome. I forgot how much I liked watching football. Chris from NL. Hope Santa. You're giving all the credit to the fictional fat man. It's ridiculous. The East Coast people, apparently. He sends me a message today. He goes, I hope Santa was good to you. I was like, Santa brings the same shit every year. It's underwear and socks and toothpaste and deodorant, and it's to say he's a lazy. You just give the same thing every year in the stocking. And he's like, oh, well, that's just what we say about the gifts. I was like, you give all the credit to Santa when your mom gives you something, you say that Santa gave it to you? That's a dick move. Take all the credit from the people who actually gave you the gift, and you say that it was Santa? Come on. Anyway, I would like a cookie. You got cookies? I would absolutely like a cookie. I should get my salted caramel things. I brought them in the house. I should go get them. Gretchen's here too, with her fancy green name and her teal star. Happy Christmas. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. How about that? Oh. I'm thinking maybe tonight we should pick through some wood. Maybe. And maybe pick some wood to make a guitar out of. Because obviously having 4 guitars started is not enough. And I think during the year-end series of live shows happening next week, we should make a guitar. So maybe we should pick some wood. Question to anyone but Mike. Yes. If someone asked if Santa was good to you, would you know what it meant? If someone says, was Santa good to you? Is that just a general question about like what you got for Christmas from everyone? Because I was like, well, Santa just brought me underwear and socks and deodorant and shit like he does every year. And he was like, well, that's just what we say. I'm like, well, that's foolish. It's a foolish thing to say. If was Santa good to you? Oh, well, yeah, my mom got me this and my sister got me that or whatever. Like that's not whether Santa was good for you, good to you. Like, That's nonsense. It's a nonsense question. Maybe I'm the weird one. It's possible. It's a general question. So you would say that too if you were asking like what. First of all, I don't really like the question like what did you get for Christmas? Like that's kind of it makes it about what you got. And like I know that that's really that is what it is. Um I don't think that it's the spirit of what Christmas should be, but I get it. Like what'd you get for Christmas? Why don't you just ask what'd you get for Christmas? Because what was Santa good to you is not the same question as what'd you get for Christmas. To me, that's not the same question. I got to watch a football game. I got a gift certificate to Windsor Plywood, and I got some cinema money, and I got a big ass thing of salted caramels, and I got myself a router plane, I guess, because it's not open yet. So sure, maybe Santa got me a router plane, I guess. I don't know. It's also not meant to be what did you get? It's more like did you have a good Christmas? What was Santa good to you? Is a generalized did you have a good day? That's what that means? Like, well, Santa was great to me because I got to watch football. Like and I slept in a little bit and I had dinner or I had lunch. Well, I had lunch and dinner at my parents' house. Mrs. Wooden Things and Stuff and Mini Wooden Things and Stuff is at the in-laws. So I'm like here by myself in my house. So I watched football and ate nuts and bolts and salted caramels. You opened your DX60 this morning. Yeah, that's a nice plane, hey? That's a good one of those. I got good stuff for Christmas, but my day was a bit average. Average is okay. At least average means better than shitty, right? Merry Christmas, Mike, and other wooden things and stuffers. That's you guys. How you doing, Marv? Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Family fights are never fun. Only if you lose. No, you're right. That is correct. Well, any kind of fight is not fun. I didn't feel like doing like real woodworking the last couple of days. But I wanted to spend some time out here and do something. So I was making guitar templates off of other templates and I made a couple of these little neck resty dealies for the bench for when I'm working on guitar necks. They're just like glued up 2x4 with a little scoop and then some cork. A couple of those. And I made new templates off old templates, so I have more templates that I can run routers into by accident and stuff. And I think maybe we'll pick out some wood tonight. for a Telecaster that I make live over the course of a few shows to end the year? Question mark? And also, why are there so few thumbs when there are so many people watching? That's bad friending, you guys. The least you could, well, I guess the least you could do is nothing. But like just barely more than the least you could give me for Christmas is a thumbs up. Just means I gotta leave in a few minutes to see the side of the family that boycotted Christmas lunch because stupid. Okay, you gotta go see the side of the family that lost the fight, or whatever, or maybe they won. Who can tell? I gave myself a haircut this week, and a little bit of a side stuff got a little taken care of. But it's the Christmas episode, so I gotta kind of wish I had a little bell. I could jingle a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna go get my salted caramels and my nuts and bolts, because that'll make it taste a little bit more like Christmas. It feels like Christmas with the hat and my friends. But I need it to taste like Christmas. My dog swishing tail while looking at Christmas tree, looking at me, looking back at tree. Best Christmas dog. You watched the 2018 Grinch where his dog Max steals the show. Is that the Jim Carrey one? Which one's the I don't know which one is which. I'm gonna go get my snacks. They're just inside. Hold on. Uh-oh. This is a situation. That is not enough of the nuts and bolts. I feel like maybe my hand went in the bag too many times during football. Because Jim Carrey is 18 years before that. Well, okay. Like, clearly I don't pay attention to most media things, really. Who made the 2018 one? Who was the Grinch in that? We're old. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. These, to me, these taste like Christmas. This is like, I don't know if you guys do this. The little nuts and bolts. That's a tradition in my family that my mom always made these. Oh, I got do not disturb. I was getting messages. There's a lot of missing fancy Chex Mix. Yeah, it's like there's a couple kinds of Chex and some Cheerios and Usually peanuts. This one doesn't have peanuts in it. And cheesy, the cheesy squares. And the cheesy sticks. Sometimes shreddies. But then it gets baked with like a sauce. It's like a drizzle. That I want to say is Worcestershire sauce based drizzle. I'm not sure. With some spices and things. I did pretty good not eating all of these since Saturday. I'm like, still got like half. If you weren't here on Saturday, the Sanders dark chocolate salted sea salt caramels. What did I score them? Like 9.82. Possibly the best thing I ever put in my mouth. And I've been trying not to just annihilate them. Nuts and Bolts was introduced. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch. He was Doctor Strange. Nuts and Bolts was introduced to me when I moved to Maryland. Good stuff, but I can't be bothered to make it. Or you just dump the boxes of things into like a big... And then a big stir with the sauce stuff. Just like, it's not... Come on. Come on. Wash your sister sauce. That's it. That's the stuff. And some spices and things. Can't believe you still have some left. Yeah, I know. I've been trying really hard. I've been doing a really good job of not just eating them. Bill Krulik from Opossum Creek. And a Coke Zero. Still no Mexican Coke at the store. Boo. It's okay. It's all right. Woo! How is everybody's Christmas? Are you sick of your family yet? I got to go to my parents' place for breakfast and then leave. Like I said, Mrs. Wooden Things and stuff and Minnie Wooden Things and stuff are out of town at her side of the family. Yeah, so I just watched football and ate nuts and bolts. And I recorded Saturday's release. The year in review was released this afternoon and put in the editor. It is my final edited video of the year. And it marks the success of releasing a video every week for the entire damn year. As long as nothing goes wrong between recording it and releasing it. Which I hope it won't, because in that video I say that I succeeded. So glad it's over. Well, it's not over yet. Things can still go terribly, terribly wrong. I hope they don't. Big Picture Thinking, who used to be maybe just Big Picture Thinking. YouTube changed everybody's names, so sometimes I lose track of who's who now. Big Picture Thinking was, Big Picture Thinking may be the father of the young girl who was trying to quit weed. Maybe. Am I? Maybe. Cannot wait to pause when writing date on stuff at work. 2020. Oh, yeah. Is Boxing Day a holiday in Canada? Yes, it is. Yeah, that's our for almost my entire life. Boxing Day was Canada's Black Friday kind of thing. Boxing Day, like we didn't do Black Friday. You guys did Black Friday. We did Boxing Day in terms of like the big sales and stuff. That was Java Junkie. Oh, okay. I don't, maybe. The same since I started watching. Yeah, but your name changed though, because you weren't always big picture thinking 5620. Just like Pinnell wasn't always Chris Pinnell from Null or whatever. Boxing Day isn't a stat holiday in BC. No, but the unions tend to get it. Like I think our city workers get it. I don't think there's garbage pickup and that kind of thing. I pushed my back today. Building managers are off, so I shoveled all the side. Marv. The building managers are off work, so you grabbed a shovel. You're gonna fucking cripple yourself, my friend. I mean, I bet the neighbors appreciate it, but damn. It's a holiday in Australia too, but shops are open. But you would never go there. Boxing Day sales are great. Yeah, I used to. Well, we as a family actually used to. I think we got a TV on Boxing Day sale one year. I know we got the home theater like sound bar and the subwoofer and all of that stuff. Boxing Day it used to be, but then for some reason we started doing Black Friday too. And now I don't think Boxing Day in terms of like sales is quite as big a deal as it used to be. I don't know, maybe I'm misreading it, but it feels like now that we've done Black Friday sales and stuff just a little while ago, maybe Boxing Day has lost a little bit of its oomph in terms of like sales and stuff. But like boo capitalism anyway. So I mean, if you don't need anything, buying stuff because it's on sale doesn't save you money if you didn't need it. Just keep that in mind. Unless you were gonna buy it anyway, buying it because it's on sale does not save you money. Oh, you're right. I was just big picture thinking, and YouTube added those numbers back. Yeah, I know. Never met you, just watch your channel somewhat. Yeah, I know. I recognize the name, but because YouTube sometimes switches names around and stuff, I do not think Black Fridays are a big sale either, not compared to 10 years ago. Well, and I mean, we all know that they jack those prices up before Black Friday so that they can make it a sale. We know that they do that, right? You guys know that? I hope you know that. And money. Just spend all of your money. Give us all of your money. By the way, I found out Costco. So good. They better not be just like, I hope they weren't in the like Christmas aisle and they're like a regular offering. Also, it makes me question the validity of the claim small batch wonders. Small batch wonders. Makes me question the validity when they are at Costco. Because I don't think that can be true. I'll have to go next week. Costco Canada. I don't know about Costco Wisconsin or no, you're Pittsburgh. Costco Pittsburgh. I can't guarantee. But Costco Courtney. Okay, peeps. I gotta go do the nightmare all over again. Well, maybe have a better attitude about it. Maybe you're the problem. Go in with a smile on your face and a skip in your step. Don't go in thinking that this is going to be the fucking worst. Okay? Oh yeah, I just checked the app. My Lowe's doesn't sell them. I think you checked for Lowe's last week, didn't you? Or on Saturday? I don't know. Have you found the Fior chili oil yet? I missed something. Fearsome keeps with lists of what he really wants, maximize and analyze sales. Play the game a little. Lee Valley drawing bows, $25 off. Carter and Sons turning tools, $50 off. Boxing Day generally, or Boxing Week, I believe Lee Valley also puts gift cards on sale. So if you're smart and you have money, you buy the Lee Valley discount gift card and then you save it for the Lee Valley Veritas second sale. And then you can maximize your, at least I think you can do that. I don't know if you can spend discount gift cards on sales items. I want to say that that's smart, but if they don't let you, then that's not smart. Lowe's sells them as Copper Kettle brand. Well, how do you know that they're the same? If they're a different brand, maybe those ones are shit. Costco does 2 for $40. 2 for $40? That's an awesome deal. I thought these were probably like $40 worth of salted caramels. They're only half that. I don't know what ours is, but just can't go to Walmart. Well, they gotta sell it somewhere else. They gotta. They can't be exclusive. Fior chili oil cannot be exclusive to Walmart, I don't think. 3 years in a row, I paid $850 to get $1,000. There you go. See, there's a guy with money right there. He's dropping $1,000 on gift card at Lee Valley. I don't have $1,000. That's good though. $150 free. Can you then look? Can you then use the $1,000 gift card on Factory Seconds Day? Look for item 7180783. Look to the right of the barcode. Okay. Does it say Candy Co. LLC? No, it says it's got a little K in a shield. It's got a little K in a shield. It does nowhere on here does it say Candy Co. LLC. It says sanderscandy.com from Clinton Twip, Michigan? Michigan? 48036. Sanders Candy Co. sanderscandy.com. Flint, Michigan was the home of General Motors. Yep. And also Michael Moore, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't he from Flint? Isn't? I guess he's not dead. Or did he just do like a documentary on Flint? I thought he was from there. Clinton, Michigan, though, was the home of Sanders Candy. And don't buy them. They're really not good. You should absolutely not get these. I don't know if you guys saw my reaction to the first one I put in my mouth, but don't. Because if you buy them, they will have less to send to me when they sponsor the show. Are you planning on New Year's marathon this year? I am. And one of the things that I was thinking that we would do tonight, maybe, would be to pick out some wood to make a Telecaster out of between Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's not enough time. I might have to do a little bit of work in between live shows in order to accomplish that. The first night would be milling up the wood to get the blanks prepped. And then depending on the complexity that I decide to incorporate into the build, whether it's got a top or, God forbid, it's like we make a semi-hollow body or something, would have to involve some routing. If I had to do a multi-laminate neck, that would have to get glued up the first night. Next session would have to be, well, and if I got the body and the neck blank ready the first night, second night would be starting to route things. So truss rod channel, the electronics cavities, maybe slotting the fretboard, finishing, get the neck cut out, get the body cut out and the neck cut out, and the fretboard glued on. Second night. Third night, final shaping and sanding. And first couple coats of finish. Fourth night, electronics. Yeah, it'd be a tight squeeze to make a guitar in 4 live show sessions. We could try. And if I decide, if I didn't need to do fancy, if I just did, I wouldn't want to make a shitty guitar just to be able to make one in a couple of days. I don't think I would. I would rather not do it than do it shitty. Let's try. I mean, worst case scenario, I don't complete the guitar by New Year's, and then I've got 5 unfinished guitars. You know? Oh no! Right? Do you guys leave? No. No. Go slower. You guys, what happened? Did my chat stall or something? No, you guys just aren't talking. Okay, that's cool, I guess. I'll just sit here. You can ignore me. Fine. I'll have a smoke. I'll pick out wood by myself. This is getting too hot. I feel like maybe something is going wrong with the chat. Because if you guys are talking, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we go, Gretchen. I'm playing with my new laser level. Okay. Those are fun. I mean, we know that you're not going to use it to fix your cabinets. Oh! Hey-oh! Testing. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys can't like shock. You can't like leave me hanging like that for that long, because then I just assume that something's gone wrong, because YouTube sucks. And when nobody says anything for like a couple minutes, I assume that it's YouTube sucking and something's broken. Did you ever finish last New Year's marathon project? It was the drawing tool cabinet. It's this cabinet right here. I mean, finish. It doesn't have finish on it, so no, technically. But the reason it doesn't have finish on it is because I want to do some wood burning on the panel. But it's just it's a faux cabinet that absolutely does not cover my electrical panel, if anybody asks. And it's finished. It just doesn't have, it's not finished. It's done. It's just not finished. because I don't want to put finish on it before I do the wood burning on it, and I haven't gotten around to that yet, so shut up, that's why. I was cleaning a mess, spilled a drink on my floor. Don't you have dogs? I was doing a Tim Mallon. Fired a ketchup covered French fry across my keyboard. Oh, don't get ketchup in the little... That's no good. Do you know why they call finish? I finished it. I finished building it. And it is now a functional thing. Also, shut up. Where's your YouTube channel thing that you finished live with an audience watching you do it? Do you remember how quick I made that door? Remember how impressive that door was? Like, I cut those rails and stiles and tenons and grooves and panel, and it all just like popped together and fit in. Like, I got orange Smarties in my stocking and thought, no, you didn't. Got orange Smarties in my stocking. I bet you didn't, though. You got orange those things. I meant done, not finished in the wood treatment sense. Now remember, you were going to wood burn something. Yep. I get to do a... This panel is going to become like a collage of things that I like, that I would burn on there. I just haven't gotten to it yet. You didn't even measure for the door, but you did have to ease an edge to make it fit. Incorrect. I didn't. The first part of that is correct. I didn't measure for the door. Not only did I not have to ease an edge, but it's a little bit too small. Like, this is not an ideal gap. It actually slid in. It slid in a little bit too easy. There's a little too big a gap on that one side. I think you're probably thinking of that one. That one took a little bit of planing to get the door to be nice. Lies, my crazy husband ordered tons of candy and cookies from England. Oh, okay. That's fine. I thought you were talking about like the stupid American Smarties. You can buy just orange ones? I don't know if you can do that here. Marv, I need research. Can you buy individual colors of Smarties? Apparently you can if you order them from the UK. Ray, was that one? Yeah, I know. And it was on purpose for that one because I intentionally built it too big to show people how to fit a door. That was supposed to be educational. This was just like, let's do a thing. They actually have a very slight orange flavor at the end. Ooh, a little back of the throat, little citrus. It's good. Having a good night. Yeah, so far we're pretty good. I'm having some nuts and bolts and some Coke Zero and some salted caramels, and I'm about to have a cigarette, and then we're going to pick up some wood. I don't know what the options really are for this guitar. I want to say I don't have a lot of 8-quarter stock that isn't either partly rotten. The maple is a little punky. The cherry is all twisty and cracked. We can see what's up in the random. We can see what's up there in the like random shelf. I do have some good sapele still. And I've got some sticks up there of like the old construction lumber, like 2x type material. How's your sobriety feeling around the holidays? It's good. It's good this year. Last year was not great. It was a struggle last year. This year, I'm in a pretty good place. I don't think I would be if I was going out to like holiday parties and stuff. I don't think that would be a safe place for me to do. But because I know that, I'm not. Can only get orange Smarties from the UK, apparently. Oh, okay. Well, where's my orange Smarties, Gretchen? Why'd you just order? Why are you being greedy? And you're just ordering for yourself. I mean, I guess it wasn't you, it was husband. But what the hell, husband? I could give you Rick Jim. Great to hear. I feel the same about holiday parties. Really not there yet, unless it's without alcohol. I don't know that I would go to an alcohol-less holiday party. I may never go to another holiday party. Just because, oh, what is on my shirt? Because that would be a very hard place for me to not be nostalgic for getting hammered. All I know about candy is the M&M store in New York City is candy nirvana. Couldn't afford much, but walked out of there with a decent-sized bag of sugary goodness. I had an aunt, my mom's sister, she's dead, used to send me, when I was growing up, there was a candy store in London, Ontario, where she lived. And when I was out there, when I was little, we went to this store, and it was like a bulk barn, but for gummy candies. So like just bins of different gummies. And it was like, yeah, same thing. I was just like, oh my God, gimme. And so every year for Christmas, I would get a bag of random gummies from my aunt from that store. Avoids the triggers. Well done, sir. Well, so far, what am I now? April 28th was my last drink. And April 28th was my first drink since August 10th, the year before. So, April 28th, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oh, new record. I'm 3 days away from 9 months. That's a new record. Because I only made it about 8.5 last time. From August 10th to April 28th was 8 months and 18 days. And now I'm 3 days short of 9 months. So new record. I'm at 242. Mara's got my math. 242. Okay. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of me too, and I appreciate you being proud of me. I gotta stay busy. I gotta stay away from thinking about it by staying busy, and I gotta not be places where that used to be what I did. Surprised how easily band practice wasn't an issue. Like, when I quit, like, band practice was one of my 2/3 days a week that I would crush beer. But I just went to like pop and Gatorade, and that was never a problem. Martin Giordano, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you very much. At band practice, your hands are busy. It's true. And I'm not thinking, like when I was drinking, I wasn't thinking about drinking. It was just habitual, I guess. Was just the beverage happened to be alcoholic, as opposed to situations where the alcoholic beverage was kind of the purpose for the thing. Does that make sense? Like Christmas parties were an excuse to get drunk. That it was like the reason to go was to get drunk. Band practice, the reason to go was to have band practice. And I just also got drunk. So I guess that's the difference. I don't know. It feels like that is a significant difference in terms of the purpose of the going. Like the purpose of going, like I said, to a Christmas party, to a wedding. That sounds bad. But like, yeah, the purpose of going to some weddings is to get hammered. No, it's to celebrate the love between the two people. Is it? Is it? Free food. The free food, sometimes open bar. If you're going to like wealthy people's wedding, open bar and free food. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Open bar is for drinking. Yeah, I think I bartended weddings. And if it was just like we're gonna pay the tab at the end of the night kind of thing, like there were some people there who just hung out with me. Knowing your triggers is very empowering. Knowing your triggers, or at least acknowledging that they could potentially be triggers, I guess. And knowing your triggers and caring that they are triggers, like April 28th, I should have known. I should have. And I might have. I might have known that it was going to be a problem. But I went anyway. In my drinking days, the purpose of damn near everything I did was to drink. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Oh, beach fire. Stop by the beer store, go to the beach fire. Like, weddings, like I said, band practice. But at least band practice, it wasn't the purpose. The purpose wasn't to go get drunk. The purpose was, but camping, you're not going camping. You're going to go drink in the woods. Like, I don't know that I could go camping anymore. Because the reason to go camping was to be drinking in the woods. Get hammered in nature instead of in a house. Like, that was the point, wasn't it? Christmas is very difficult. Not drinking is showing determination. Well, thanks. I mean, that's why I did the series of live shows last year, was because I was concerned that if I didn't hang out with my friends on the internet, I would probably go get beer. And so just to be safe, we're going to do it again. We're doing it tonight. Then I'm going to work tomorrow, and I'm going to work on Saturday. We're going to do the regular Saturday show, which may or may not be the start of the guitar. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to try to make a guitar. Let's pick out some wood. I'm going to have a smoke, then we'll pick out some wood. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends where you are, I suppose. You can look at birds and not seeing double is a good thing. But then there's twice as many birds to look at. We are always here for you. I want to see you soar with the eagles. I appreciate the sentiment. The Eagles are pretty cool, I guess. I'll take that. Most things are more enjoyable when you're sober. I'm waiting for life to get there, though. It's fine. It's okay. I had a lot of fun drunk. I did. Double the moose and be. No, you don't need to see twice the moose, though. If you see two moose, then you're not going to be able to target it with your skate. You don't know which one you're aiming at. And if you miss it with your skate on the first time and it gets mad, like, you're in trouble. Maybe not digging a latrine in the woods. Well, you do that when you're sober still. How much do you remember when you was drunk? Fair bit. Not everything. Kane McCall. What did your name used to be? Did you used to have a real name? I mean, a fake name? Are you a normal? Are you a normal? Are you a regular who used to have a different name, but then YouTube changed things around and now you're Kane McCall? Good term out tonight. Term out? Good. Shut up. No normals here. Yeah, good. That's a good point. Normal's boring. If there were normals that came to this, they'd be like, nope. Eco Woodcrafts. From Ireland? Maybe. Trust me, it's not with the liver damage. And money. The money is a big thing. Yeah. I mean, it was, I would say, I was probably, well, depending on the week, I would say over a month, there were probably 10 days of $35, $350 a month. Probably, maybe upwards of $400 a month. Some months. I would say average of $350 to $400. Average of $400 a month. So, yeah. Man, maybe not quite. A lot. That's a lot, though. I'm a normal. You're not. If you were a normal, you wouldn't come back. California. All right. Well, I can't win them all. It was 2 6-packs, 16-ounce every day. 2 6-packs, so 12. Yeah, I would buy a 15-pack 2 to 3 times a week. So, yeah, and I would sometimes buy a 15 and a 6 if I was feeling especially drinky. There were days where I would do 21. Have you done projects with bending wood? No. No, I have not. My stepdad used to make rounded staircase landings and had to soak and weigh down the wood pieces. I would like to do some wood bending things at some point. Wood bending is cool. I have a new pipe bender thanks to my friend Paul Waldrop, who sent me a hot pipe bender designed for doing the sides of acoustic guitars. But I have some other ideas to use it for some things. I don't know. I didn't do like this. Probably next year. This coming year, I will probably bend some wood in some fashion for some reasons, maybe. We'll see. Oh, sorry for your loss. Yeah, dude. Nobody. Yeah. Well, we've talked. good to have you on this side with me. Sobriety rocks. Yeah, never get a DUI anymore. Yeah, that's a good thing. Keep saying Bender, and I'm gonna nickname you Avatar. I don't know the reference. Avatar. Oh, that's that anime show, right? Or are you talking about the blue guys that James Cameron did? The like Fern Gully, except James Cameron. Let's pick out some wood. What should we make a Telecaster out of? Let's find some stuff to make a Telecaster out of. We'll start over there. We'll start over there and see what we see. We need this much and this much. Let's see what we can see. Start up in there, I guess. Yeah. Watch my head. See what we can see. Random cherry bits. What's that? That's a big chunk of Nara. Could probably split that for the body if it's wide enough. I could make a Nara body. That'd be cool. Is that some oak? More oak. Those strips might make cool neck bits. Some more oak. What's that? That's a big chunk of ash. Make ash and oak strips neck. The ash neck with a couple of strips of oak in the middle of it? Yeah, maybe. What else we got? There's a lot of oak up here. The white oak. That is genuine mahogany, I think. Book match that to be the top. Oh. Don't know what that is. I don't see anything else up here that looks this. Ah! Ah! This is canary. I'm absolutely not going to waste this. It would be a waste. This is Panama rosewood. And it is not getting used for this. Here's a piece of Padauk. It's a big fat piece of Bubinga. Huh. Yeah, Bubinga guitar neck. That sounds expensive. Oh, the rest of that's like live edge raw stuff. The Tunma. That's boring. Okay. So, out of this stuff, you're going in here. You're coming off the charger. All right. So out of this stuff, we're absolutely not using this piece of canary wood. I kind of want to make a Bubinga guitar neck now. Like, look at this piece of Bubinga. This is nuts. That seems like not a good use of this. Padauk, long enough? Yeah, I could do a strip of Padauk. Or I could do 2 strips of Padauk with one of these strips of something else in it. I'm not using this Panama rosewood for it either. This genuine mahogany piece, I could book match that. I could resaw that, book match it for the top. There's a piece of white oak, used to be a table. I don't know, that's no good. Ash. Ash. With a strip of oak in the middle of it. This piece of Nara is, what is stupid measuring tape? I got stupid measuring tape around here someplace. All right. Well. I got rulers. Oh, it's not wide enough. It's like 6 inches wide. I needed like 6.5 to book match it to be the body. Put a strip of something in the middle of it. Book match it with a strip of something in the middle of it to puff it out to width. Let's, no, that feels wasteful. That's like 12-quarter Nara. I don't know why I would do that. Save the 12 quarter Nara for something else. Let's look at the cherry. I got some cherry that didn't come out of those twisted ass slabs. Let's look at the cherry. Look at this. Look at that. Nine and a quarter, 8/4 by 9 1/4. Yeah, it's stupid measuring tape. By 30. Oh, it's like just too short. Or I could do like a slip match. It's like just barely too short. It's like I need 32. And I'm at 30. This is not ideal. Everything's either just a little bit not wide enough or a little bit not long enough. Well, let's go look up in there. We'll look up in there. This is where I keep my wooden swords. No wooden swords. And parts of wooden swords. And bundles of wooden swords. Yeah. And more starts of wooden swords. And hilts of wooden swords. Oh, that's Douglas fir. Douglas fir sucks. But it's just a Telecaster. Yeah, there's not really. I don't see anything up there that I want. Certainly don't want to make it out of Douglas fir. This Douglas fir is garbage. Put all my wooden swords back later. right? That's a decent start to a little wooden scimitar looking thing. Let's go look at the sapele. Is there a reason you have so many wooden swords? Because they're fun. I was gonna make some wooden swords at some point, and then I started and then gave up on it. Wait, do you not? Do you not have a bunch of started wooden swords? I got a bunch of little minis that we're gonna be. In fact, I think, yes, these guys were the resaws off of this guy that I was just going to put handles on and then make like a set. Let's go look at the sapele. Start with a sliver. Get it? I don't know. There's a nice piece of 8/4 sapele up here. Hold on. If this is wide enough, if that's wide enough, it's long enough that I could do a slip match and that could be the body. Let's have a look. Oh, it is. There we go. All right, I think we found our body. Oh, 6.5. Yes. Just under 13 wide. 6.5. Yes. 32. Okay. The body of the Telecaster is going to be sapele. Now, time constraint be damned. I think we should make it a semi-hollow body. If we're making the body out of sapele, it's going to be heavy ass. So we should hollow out some of it and put a top on it. So, sapele neck. We need a neck. All right, body. I kind of like, I don't know what else I would keep this ash for. Ash with a strip of white oak in the neck. Something to book match for the top. Could be the genuine mahogany. Could still do the genuine mahogany, but mahogany on Sapele, there's not really a lot of contrast there. I got a piece of walnut. Hold on. Walnut over Sapele would be cool. This guy right here. This guy right here. Of course. These are shop stool. So shut up, Paul. Yeah. Yeah. Book match walnut on top of Sapele. Hold on. If I could put a strip of walnut in the ash neck out of this same board that the top is out of, that'd be cool. Let me see. I need $25. $26? Really? Damn it. Like an inch too short again. Hold on. What are these? Got more walnut. No. No, I don't like either one of these. Oh. Aha. If I take this as my book match, if I take the 6.5 that I need, this is a 9-inch wide board. if I take my 6.5 out, that can be my strip of walnut to go down the middle of the ash for the neck on top of a sapele body. Book match walnut on top of sapele with an ash and walnut neck. I like it. Yeah. Okay. I like it. Yeah? Anybody else? Obviously, I was completely ignoring you. See, you make fun of me for building tellies? Yeah, because what else am I going to make fun of you for? Well, you being mostly metal at this point, so I buy all of my lumber with tellies in mind. Yeah, exactly. See, I don't. That's the problem. I am just fishing through trying to find, but I don't want to be wasteful, right? Screw the buffet table. I think I still have more than enough, and I don't have a place for the damn buffet table anyway. So route out a bunch of fine sapele and throw it in the wood stove so you can make a semi-hollow guitar. Yeah. What are the acoustic properties of sapele? It doesn't matter if I'm making an electric guitar. But to answer your actual question, my Takamine acoustic guitar is made out of sapele, so it's pretty good. So since you have the shop stool pieces down, no, I put them back up. It's too late. What could have been a beautiful shop stool of our dreams? It's gone forever. There's really no way to actually do it anymore. Do not make it out of the painting. We have a winner. I think so. Sounds good. Just want to watch the total weight. Well, that's why it's going to be semi-hollow, I think. If I do book match walnut top, I'll just route out a bunch of the sapele and throw it away. Because, I mean, why not? Make a big cavity on the inside of it to relieve a bunch of weight. Book matched walnut top on top of the sapele back with an ash with a walnut strip down the middle neck. And then maybe ash. No, because it's telly, so it doesn't have knobbies. It's got knobbies, but it's also got that. Okay. I want to pulse the ash in to the body in some way to bring cohesion. So the walnut from the top is going to be the strip in the ash neck. So I got to bring a little bit of the ash into the body. So maybe a telly pickup system and whatever's with a humbucker with an ash pickup surround, just to pull some of the ash into the body visually. Maybe that part will just work out later. Yeah, ash and walnut neck, walnut topped sapele back body. I like this. I like that. Okay. Now I gotta put all this wood back. Somebody come put this wood back. Where's Mikey B? Yeah, I like that. And that's nice straight grain walnut down that side too. So that's good for the neck. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Almost got to quarter sawn out here at the edge. Oh, but it'll be flipped on its side anyway. But it's straight and not naughty. No. It's good to have a straight neck. It's true. Go. We'll take 25 inches of this, 26 inches down, right down here, about 2 inches deep, right there. And then the rest of this will book match for the top of the guitar. And then I'll have this much left over to burn. That's probably like solid 1 3/4 board feet that I'll have left to just throw in the fire. So that'll be good. With all of the shavings from the router for hollowing out the sapele. And like I said, I don't know what else I would do with this ash. So actually, I don't know if this will do it. Actually, if I do the full width strip, yeah, I can probably, it's 1 3/4 wide. It's got this waney bit down this side, so I'm not going to be able to use most of this. But I've got a good 26 inches here. Oh, I bet it, yeah, this way is even better. Turn it sideways, I'm at 2 1/8. And it's 1 1 3/4 deep this way. Is it enough for a neck break? 1 3/4? No. No, it isn't. Shit. I think we'll still be okay with the full sort of 3/4 inch walnut strip going down the middle. I think we'll still be okay. Maybe a couple of wings on the outside of the headstock. I'll be okay. 27, yeah, I'll be okay. Make pool cues. That sounds like more work than I want to put in. Little inlays of contrasting wood. Not in 4 days. But, whoa, hold on. Instead of pickups around ash, just a couple little circles. I could inlay just a couple little dots. Oh, no. Yeah, I like the couple little dots, couple different size circles. Doing like a tick, 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 tick up over the top. My paint here. Circle, circle, circle. Big, medium, little dots of ash across here. That'd be cool. Trying to do this in 4 days, though. But I think we all know that that's not a thing that's going to happen. So might as well make it nice and finish it on the 4th. I see you ignored the snowman comment. What fucking snowman comment? Glue the extra up and make snowmen. Oh, the walnut? No, I just throw it in the fire. Obviously, I'm not going to throw the extra walnut in the fire. Like, this is too hot. Okay, I like it. We got our woods picked out. Somebody needs to go put all this extra stuff back up on the racks. Marv. Mr. Strong back with his snow shoveling. Wait, what's this 4-day part? I'm supposed to be making it live. Pay attention. This is the between Christmas and New Year's live run extravaganza. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wait, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? But I might start it on Saturday. Remember when we did the totally not covering my electrical box cabinet last year? You will see. Like I said, if you were here, if you'd show up on time for once, ever, or pay attention when you actually do get here, you would have already been involved in the discussion about how, like, the worst thing that's going to happen is that I'm just going to have yet another unfinished guitar. You might as well have 5. I mean, if you're going to have 4 unfinished guitars, what's a 5th? I was here at the very start. Well, then you just weren't paying attention. So you weren't really here. If you're not going to pay attention, I actually got in the wood shop yesterday. Hey! It was a rack to put small totes in. That's a thing that didn't exist until you did it. It counts. It's more woodworking than Pinnell did all year until like a week ago, when he got his kids to make some pens. And I don't even think he ended up making any. I think he just put his kids to work. So when are you going to finish the telly by? Midnight on New Year's Eve. The idea is that it will be I will be able to play in the new year. It's the idea. It's not a thing that's going to happen. But I think I could probably get kind of close-ish. If I start on Saturday night, like milling and gluing up the blanks, then it's just a matter of a lot of other work. And if I have to do a little bit in between live shows, like, it's not really the end of the world, is it? Did you get the base finished? I did not get the base finished because I have to wait. I got stuck at a point where I did not have the proper thing to continue. It is on the way. What about the live show guitar from 2024? That is also almost done. Shut up. That's why. So a guy build one from raw wood in the forest and play it in 3 days. Well, yeah, see? So it can obviously, it's not that big a deal. Clearly, if that guy can, I don't know why everybody is doubting. I mean, we've already done most of the work here. We picked out the wood. Almost doesn't pay the bills. None of this pays the bills, Michelle. Like, I don't make any fucking money doing this. I mean, I make some money doing this, but it's certainly not. I can't think of a bill that I have that it would pay. Speaking of paying bills, patreon.com/wooden things and stuff would be a great place for you guys to go and subscribe and give me money to help me pay bills. Or you can do like Gretchen and Andrew, and they buy YouTube channel memberships. Just packed up a Strat body that I made to be shipped off tomorrow. You didn't make a Strat body. That... You could make a banjo to reduce the... It would take longer to make a banjo than it would to make a Telecaster. And Eric. Sorry, Eric. How about I buy a guitar? Okay. Eventually, I would like to be able to sell these. Made from butternut. A Strat made from butternut. That's cool. Johnny, I will be happy to sell you a guitar that I made for more money than you want to pay for a guitar, probably. If I could sell guitars, if I could make and sell guitars and pay myself like minimum wage for my time and cover the materials, I'd be happy with that. I enjoy making guitars. So like minimum wage on top of like enjoying doing it. No, more than minimum wage. But I mean, I would 20 bucks an hour, 25 bucks an hour or something. I would make guitars for 25 bucks an hour. Not in like a machine shop. Not like I wouldn't make guitars for 25 bucks an hour for like Fender and like load wood onto the CNC. Like that's no. But handmade guitars one at a time here in my shop. Minimum wage in Texas is less than $8 an hour. And you have to live in Texas. What's the price? Oh, we glitched. What's the price in American? I don't know. $1,000. And do you have an Explorer shape? I don't. I could get, I mean, it's just template routing. I mean, it's more than that, but it's mainly template routing. And I could buy a set of Explorer templates. I would have to roll that into the price of the Explorer because I'm probably only ever going to make one. Fiber hijinks. Merry Christmas. I have a friend that is learning to play and requires a left-handed guitar. I know nothing about guitars. Any advice for finding one? Or is she just pulling my leg? No, left-hand guitars are actually a thing. They are not uncommon, but they are definitely not made in the same numbers as right-handed guitars. This will be my recommendation for you to tell her. It sounds shitty, but if she is just picking up a guitar for the first time, I would recommend that she tries to learn to play right-handed. I think I don't know that this is good advice, but because of the limitations in finding left-handed guitars for the rest of her guitar playing life, depending on how much of an idiot her right hand is, I would not be, well, I don't know. If I started and I was told this is how you learn to play guitar, and I started this way, I probably could. I think I recommend that you tell her to learn right-handed. Because yes, you can buy left-handed guitars. But I would say the ratio is like 1 in 100. If that, guitars are made for left-handed people. I'm left-handed, but I learned to play right-handed from the beginning. Yeah, I don't know that that's great advice because it might be more frustrating. I mean, the answer is yes, you can get left-handed guitars. But in any given guitar shop, like music store, if they have 50 guitars, they may not have one left-handed guitar. If they have 100 guitars, they may have 1 or 2 left-handed guitars. It might not be one that she wants. Don't do that. Learn left-handed. They tried to make my son do things right-handed. Let them be that. It's not that I don't want. I'm encouraging her not to be left-handed. I'm just saying that particularly with guitars, if you're if you're anywhere close to ambidextrous, like if your right hand is not completely useless, I mean, my left hand is the one that's doing all the work anyway. When I play guitar, I'm right-handed. My left hand is the one that's doing all of the things. This one's just keeping time. This one is less important than this one. So I almost think if you're left-handed, it's probably easier to learn guitar now that I'm thinking it through. Like, my left hand is all but useless except for making chords. Just go to Guitar Center and buy a left-handed guitar. Mr. La-ti-da over here with his answers. Kind of a special needs situation. But again, see, now that I've thought it through, my left hand, the dexterity of my left hand is the important one when I'm playing guitar right-handed. All this one needs to do is this. This is all this hand needs to do. It needs to be able to move like this while holding this. This is the one that does all of the things, and this is my left hand. Merry Christmas, my friend. How many days sober do you have now? I don't know. Marv did the math for me earlier. It was like 240 something. April 28th was my last drink. And then before that, it was August 10th the year before. The problem is that people charge an upcharge to do a left-handed one. Yeah, because they can. Because left-handed people have such problems finding left-handed guitars that they are willing to pay more. Because they have, it's like a supply-demand thing. The left hand does the chords. On a right-handed guitar, the right hand is just doing the strumming and the left hand is making the chords. At my local Long & McQuaid, there are 177 right-hand electric guitars and 9 left-hand. Okay, so that's still a pretty small ratio. Maybe all 9 of those left-handed guitars suck. Chris. And also, your Long & McQuaid is enormous. My Long & McQuaid certainly does not have 177 guitars. Look up the Campbell River store and tell me how many left-handed guitars they have. Tell me how many left-handed acoustic guitars does the Campbell River store have? If it's 1, I'll be surprised. Congrats on the 240 days. Thanks very much. Most left-handed people I know play a right-handed guitar. See? Trey's on my team. I'm working on a special order lefty guitar. Takes no more effort than making a right-handed one. I know, but you can charge more for it. Campbell River has 1. Acoustic? Campbell River has 1 left-handed acoustic? Or 1 left-handed guitar, and it's electric. I'm just saying, if it was me, I would probably be a better guitar player if my left hand was better at stuff. As a right-handed guitar player, if my left hand was better at stuff, I would be better at guitar. I could charge more, but I don't. No need to punish someone because they do things just a bit different. I agree. But you are not most people. I bet every one of the left-handed guitars in stock in Halifax is more expensive than its equivalent right-handed guitar. If it's the same model number with an L at the end of it or whatever, it's going to be more expensive. And it's going to be harder to find. I was just starting, I would probably want to, if it's not going to be physically more demanding, I would learn on a right-handed guitar. And Pinnell can just suck it. Mark Knopfler, Joe Perry, Billy Corgan, all left-handed. I don't know who Billy Corrigan is. I know who you meant, but I like making fun of people who spell things wrong. In case you're new. I don't know if you're new, but that's a thing that I do. Just so you know. It's not you. It's just everybody. I don't know if I've ever seen an Ash guitar neck. Is that a thing? I've seen Ash guitar bodies. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The first one I picked, a white Epiphone SG. The left-handed is actually $50 cheaper. He's just lying now. He's just... he's probably not lying, but he got lucky. Not as a solid neck, seen Ash in multi-wood necks. Well, I mean, it's going to have a strip of walnut in it, so I guess that would be a multi-wood neck. Saturday night, we will glue up the blanks. We'll mill and glue up all the blanks. Peace out. I wasn't making fun of you. If you're leaving because I was making fun of you, that's a thing I do to everybody. When they spell things wrong, I point it out. It's a thing. They're probably just trying to get that left-handed guitar out of the shot. It's probably been there a decade. Ash grain is too large for necks. Need finer grains like maple or mahogany. Well, I've got maple, but it's kind of punky. Should we look at the maple just in case? We should probably look at the maple just in case. I think you have a point. The open porosity is not great, probably. Cherry? I have a lot of cherry. Look at the maple. I don't think any of it is like nice and straight. It's all that stuff from beside the house that I milled up with the chainsaw and the bandsaw. Like it's all kind of punky and cherry maybe. I do have cherry. I've got this piece of cherry right here. Got this piece of white oak. White oak is not open pored. I mean, it is, but the pores are clogged with Tylose. And it's like perfectly rift sawn. If you're going to do an angled headstock, you could use a smaller piece. You could use smaller pieces and do a scarf joint. I am absolutely not going to do that. I am going to cut it out of a bigger piece of wood, and that's that. White oak? White oak instead of ash with the walnut strip in it? Because this is almost perfect. It's pretty much the same dimensions, except it's already short enough. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Cherry. I mean, I just ripped 2 inches off this guy and put a strip of walnut in it. I think that's the right answer. I think that's the right answer. And right at this edge, it's almost quarter sawn. So if I go like that and then rip it here and put the walnut in the middle of it, is it long enough? Yes. Let's do that. Cherry with a strip of walnut in the neck. Sapele with walnut top. Semi-hollow body. Telecaster-y type thing. 4 days. Let's go. 5 days. Write it down, don't forget. Yeah. Yeah. Cherry, walnut, neck, sapele, body, walnut top. I like it. Let's get sending in boys wouldn't think it's tough music. What time on Saturday? 5:45. 5:45 on Saturday. And then 5:45 again on Sunday. And then 5:45 again on Monday. Particle board accents. Yes, Johnny B. Good wants particle board in there too. So we could just do, yeah, maybe some particle board top on it. Some like OSB. Instead of the walnut top, we do like an OSB top. $8.45 Eastern. I believe you. Gonna wind up with an 8 to 9 pound guitar. I guess it depends on how much wood I take out of the middle of it, though. I done that. I mean, if I chamber it pretty heavily on the inside, it might. I don't know. It'd still probably be not super light. It's not going to be anywhere near as heavy as Dawn. Dawn's probably 40 pounds. No, she's not. She's heavy. Mahogany body, not hollowed, is 5.5 to 6 pounds. Well, I'm going to take a pound at least out of it, I think. I would think, probably. Pretty good sized little chamber in the top. Maybe, no, not with the timeline. I was going to say maybe a little F hole. No. OSB dot inlays. Yeah, now we're talking. Little river table inlays, little epoxy rivers in the inlay. We'll make the fretboard out of 2 live edge pieces and put a river down the middle. Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody done a river table fretboard where you put 2 live edges together and then you pour epoxy down the middle of the fretboard of a guitar? Shoot for 5 pound max on my bodies. Mr. La-Ti-Da over here with his inject it with helium. Yes, Marv has a good point. If I route out the cavity and then right before I put the top on and glue it, I inject a bunch of helium in it. That'll make it lighter. They've done river table fretboards. Oh, okay. Thanks for putting that out in the universe. I mean, it had to. Apparently, it already exists. Blacktail Studios might do that for epoxy. Maybe. I don't know. Make a 20-pound guitar for people with actual muscles. I don't know that Don is that much shy of that. I would be very surprised if Don... I mean, 20 might be pushing it, but Don is heavy. I would be very surprised if she wasn't 14. Or... yeah, she's heavy. Saw one guitar, body, neck, made of copper. Weighed excess of 40 pounds. Yeah, for strong people. Like Marv with his shoveling muscles. So get them ready for shoveling season. I knew when I said ash for the neck that something sounded wrong. I just figured out that Don is the guitar name. It's true. Yeah. Don is the name of my guitar. My 70s Schecter weighs a ton, especially with all that 70s brass hardware. Yeah. I mean, Don, here. Somebody can do some math. You can actually do math here on how much. Because you can get like approximate weights of woods. So this is Don, in case you are unfamiliar. Don is my first guitar. And we could use the wood database and figure out approximately how much Don weighs. So Don is Dawn is cherry topped, sapele backed, cherry and sapele neck, not hollowed out in any way. And if we were going to calculate the weight of this guitar, we would take we take an average of probably about obviously narrower at this end than over here. You could just put it on a scale. If I owned a scale, I could do that. Yeah. I'm going to say an average of, it's like 14 wide and then 11. Let's say an average of 12 wide by, I don't have a scale. I don't know why this is difficult for you guys to understand. Scales are like 20 bucks. And I'm going to purchase one at 7 o'clock on Christmas when I'm in the middle of a show. We're doing an estimate. 12 inches wide by, let's say 18. 12 times 18 by 1.5. Twelve 18 times 1.5, and it's 90% sapele on the body. So you go to wood bait, but let's just say that cherry and sapele are probably not that different per cubic inch in terms of their weight. Let's see if I have a sticker. Sapele. 42 pounds per cubic foot. So, you don't have I don't have a bathroom scale, no. No, I don't need a scale. My son haven't husband a scale for Christmas. My son also haven't husband a scale. Your neighbor has a scale, just go over and say that you ran out of eggnog and slip into the scale room. I don't have a neighbor. These guys moved out. I guess I got a neighbor over there. My son. How did you get haven't out of gave? 42 pounds per cubic foot, and the number of cubic feet in that body, 12 by 19, what did I say? 12 by 18 by 1.5. My calculator is on my phone. I mean, we all came here on Christmas Day in the hopes we'd get to do math. Don't laugh. Gretchen really likes math. Gretchen, I need a math. What percentage of a cubic foot is 12 inches by 18 inches by 1.5 inches? Let's look for cherry just to be safe and see. Ollie. Huh? What percentage of a cubic foot is 12 inches by 18 inches by 1.5 inches? 12 by 12 by 12 would be a cubic foot. 12 by 18 by 1.5 is how many percent of a cubic foot? Doesn't have to be Gretchen. You got a cherry in here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. This is for Free Bird's Eye, Talpa, Monkey Pod. Do I not have a cherry? I'm sure I do. Oh, cherry. 35. So I guess Sapele is significantly heavier, but in terms of that body, there's not that much cherry. Less than 1%? It's not possible for it to be less than 1%. It's more than 10%. 12 by 18 by 1.5 is significantly more than 1% of 12 by 12 by 12. Because 12 by 12 by 1 would be 10%. Nope. 8%. 5.3%. No, it can't be. You guys, it can't be. 12 by 12 by 1 is a 12th. So 12 by 18 by 1.5. It's got to be like almost 20%. I'll just do it myself. God. It's 1.5 by 1.5 times a 12th by another half of that 12th. It's about 20%. Of 42 pounds. 20% of 42 pounds. The 18%. See, okay, 18.75%. I like this. Here we go. I did the math wrong. See. Okay, now we're there. 18.75% of 42. This one should be quick. $18.75% of 42. Fiber Hijinks says 7.875 pounds. Which feels right. So that body is about, let's say it's about 8 pounds of wood. And Paul likes for his to be under 5. It feels like it's heavier than that. It's the moisture content of the wood is 9%. Add another variable, you dick. Yeah. I feel like it's heavier than that. I don't know. It's heavy. It's heavy. Les Paul is about 8.5 pounds and is considered a heavy guitar. This is the body of this is about 8 pounds, so the neck is another couple. You would have been back from your neighbors with the weight by now. The only ones that I knew well enough to ask to use to come in their house moved out, and it's literally empty. Like the landlord is going to be selling it. Hey, if anybody wants to, no, I shouldn't encourage that. The house literally next door to me is going to be for sale. Probably in January. Pinnell? Huh? You want to live on the good coast? You want to move to the better side of Canada? They might have left their scale. Maybe. I suppose it's possible. Maybe they didn't have one either. They probably moved out because of all the woodworking noise from next door. No, they moved out. They moved out. Well, it's not my place to say why they moved out. I shouldn't get into. I'm not going to get into it. It's not my business to say. But let's just say they got an opportunity to purchase and then did. Glad somebody caught that. What? What's Tim talking about? Is Tim thinking he's funny? What's going on? No, wait. Fiber was being funny. I got to find out. African or European. Oh, the swallow joke? Yeah, I saw it. I just let it go. We all allow unruly coastal Alabamians to live up there. Alabama doesn't have a coast. Wait, we figured out that Alabama has a coast. It's got the little dingler, right? Is that Alabama's got the little dangly that comes down and it tickles the ocean down there? It's called like the balls, the Alabama balls or whatever that. Maybe they didn't buy because of the neighbor. No, they didn't buy because it wasn't for sale. They bought and moved, and now the owner next door, instead of renting it again, is going to sell it. I live in Gulf Shores on the Dangly. Yeah, the little... Except it's called like the Gulf Balls or something. It's not called the Gulf Shores because somebody spelled it wrong the first time. And so the first time we talked about it having a coast, it got spelled wrong and I don't remember, but it was funny. I live on an island. Me too. My island is pretty big though. It's like 7 hours long. Sometimes you measure things in hours in Canada. I would say from south tip to north tip. No, it's more than 7 hours long. Should buy the house and turn it into your world headquarters. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All I need is I don't know what it'll probably sell for $600,000. What's the Canadian version of hours? 100 kilometers is an hour. or so, give or take, worth of driving. And so 60 miles is the equivalent of approximately an hour of Canadian measurement. But hours are just kind of approximates. Like it, like Marv lives approximately what? Marv, 5.5 hours from Kamloops. I live about three and a bit hours from Sean McGill. I live about a half an hour from Tyler Peterson. About 430K US. 600 is about, yeah, that's about 430 US, 430,000 US dollars for the house next door. I would guess that it'll probably sell for around 6. Almost 900 kilometers to drive from Mike's place to my place. That feels right. Plus an hour and a half on a ferry. About hour and a half down, hour and a half ferry. And then another, 10 hours. I could, if I caught the ferry as soon as I got to it, I could probably get to your place in 10 hours. Unless I had stopped a couple of times. I would stop a couple of times. Smoke! Somebody come put all this wood back on the racks. And all this wood laying around on the damn table saw and shit now. It's got to get put back up. I got all these swords laying on my bandsaw. What if you paid everything in guitar parts instead of money? If you could pay, I mean, you'd have to buy the guitar parts to then spend them. But I suppose you could do that if the seller accepted payment in guitar parts. Oh, this little guy. This little guy got some sides. Got some scales. Got some. One of the little guys got his little scales glued on. He got a little further along than his buddy. This guy's gonna be cool. This guy's gonna be cool, I guess, if he ever gets finished. Who am I kidding? None of these are ever getting finished. Merry Christmas. Gotta go. All right. Bye, Michelle. We'll see you if you're around on Saturday or Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Shop stool would be cool if it ever gets finished. No, we have no way to know. Shop stool with back made of swords. That would be cooler. Wouldn't be a stool though if it had a back. Oh yeah, it would, I guess. That's tough. Tough. Ooh. It's another one of these philosophicals. At what point does a stool become a chair? If a stool has a back on it, is it a chair now? If a stool, is it a tall chair if it has a back? If it's when does a stool become a chair? Does it need to have arms? Because not all chairs have arms. All chairs have backs, or else they're a stool, right? So if a stool, if you put a back on it, is it a chair now? I don't know. At what point does a cubby become a cabinet? When you put a door on it, goes from cubby to cabinet. Or shelf. If you put walls on it, it goes from shelf to cubby. If you put a door on a cubby, it becomes a cabinet. If you put a back on a stool, does it become a chair? Oh. Is it a chool? It's a chool. If you put a back on a stool, it's a chool. It's a stair? It's not a stair, because stairs. I like chool. Some bar stools have backs, though. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe they shouldn't be called bar stools. Maybe they should be called bar chairs. If it's tall, it's still a stool, right? But what makes something a chair then? When does a shark become a stool? When it comes out solid, I think. If it comes out liquid, it's a shart. If it comes out solid, it's a stool. A stool is a raised seat commonly supported by 3 or 4 legs. Yeah. But with neither armrests nor a backrest, and typically built to accommodate one occupant. So, according to Paul's probably ChatGPT research, backrest, not a stool. It is a misnomer. Bar stool with a back on it should not be called a bar stool. It should be called a bar chool. Who forgot the important parenthetical phrase? I don't know that is important. In early stools, I don't think that is an important parenthetical statement. So it's saying that the definition has changed in modern times to now include backs. Then we need to figure out at what point that happened. At what point did a back on a stool mean that it's still a stool? Who got to decide that? Because if the definition changed, who got to decide that now a stool can have a back on it and still be a stool? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. We're sneaking up on 3 hours, and I think we should maybe. It's Christmas. You guys should be hanging out with your families. No, don't. We're cooler than them. When bar owners were getting sued because drunken patrons were falling off their backless stools. So then they put backs on them, but then they kept calling them stools? Just call it a chair. Why is it still got to be called a stool? I call my ottoman with a back a sofa. I guess maybe it's about the purpose of it. Are you supposed to lean back? Because a bar, like a stool on a back on a stool that isn't designed to sit against, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, everybody's leaving. Got to work in the morning. I also have to work in the morning. We should probably go. This has been fun again. We picked the woods for the guitar that's going to get made in 4/5 days between now and the end of the year. Right? It's gonna. Saturday, we will start milling the wood. We'll mill the wood and get the blanks glued up. And then Sunday, we'll start routing things, maybe. I don't know. Take Dawn down to your job and weigh it tomorrow. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Make a time lapse. Nah, it's not going to happen either. You have to come and watch. Or you have to sit through the live shows after the fact. I'm not going to edit it into something else. Probably. Pretty sure that's not a thing that's going to happen. I do have numerous guitar builds coming, though, theoretically. We need proof. Well, then you come to the live shows and watch it happen. Or watch them after the fact. There'll be like 10 hours of live guitar building. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. Merry Christmas. Oh. Merry Christmas and whatnots. Until I see you again on Saturday night, be kind to each other. And bye for now. Okay? Okay.